Good afternoon. George Cavaligos for HFT Bonds. Well, the range was set last night. I think we put a high up in the notes at 126.16 twice, and then we traded down to 03. This morning we actually made a low by a half a tick. We took out yesterday's lows at 03 plus. The bonds didn't retake out yesterday's lows, so the reversal, we actually have bullish reversal days today in the bonds. Today in the I'm sorry, take that back. We had a bullish reversal day in the notes because we made a lower low and then closed higher. The bonds have an inside day, which is slightly bullish. The more bullish scenario is on the 10-year, so I'm going to concentrate on the 10-year right now. Late in the day, we get an article from John Hilsenrath, the old taper, no taper, when the taper, how much to taper. You know, how many times have we been through this? It actually looked like the market was going to fall out of bed when the article hit. It turned around, we made higher highs, and we took out that double top at 126.16 in the notes, went all the way up to 126.21 plus. The bonds took out last night's highs by a tick. One of those days. Now I'm leaning towards sort of a bigger picture view. I just sent an email out to the subs showing a possible double or maybe a head and shoulders bottom forming. We're not there yet. We got a long way to go before we break out of the neckline. In the notes it's up around 127.12, and on the bonds up around 135.25. We got a long way to go before we see that neckline, but it's something to keep an eye on. No data tonight, no data tomorrow. We have a buyback, and we have the Michigan survey tomorrow morning, really, so it's kind of a quiet day. Imagine we get any kind of movement overnight. You want to take advantage of it. I'm thinking we could dip a little bit. The breakout in the 10-year was 126.16. Probably got some Johnny-come-lately longs. I think we go back and test 16, maybe even go a little bit below there. And I want to try a small long down there to see if we can, build on these gains that we have late this afternoon, tomorrow, on a kind of quiet Friday. I'm not looking for a lot. Keep an eye on the dollar. The dollar was very weak on that article. It had been weak. And typically when the dollar's been weak lately, the bonds have traded higher. And we were talking about it in the office here. Early today, the dollar was very weak and the bonds weren't able to sustain a rally. So, I don't know, I'm kind of leaning in that direction. I want to see if we can dip a little bit more. We're coming off right now, actually. Going into the close, we got about another 40 minutes till Globex closes. So that's kind of my game plan. Lack of confidence is very high here. I don't trust bullish scenarios too much right now, but we're going to try it, see what happens. That's what stops are for. Always trade with stops. Put them in right after I initiate a trade always. So that's the game plan. All right, guys, have a great night. See you tomorrow in the morning email and in the chat room. Have a great night.